That's what it's going to be.
I can pull strings.
So we're looking forward to it. I think he'll get sprung. He'll get released from his bonds and join us. Andrew Davis is here. Andrew hails from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's
Welcome,
right.
Andrew.
Thank you.
Andrew is a comedian extraordinaire.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Is that overselling it too much?
Oh, that's...
Andrew will be... this is what I never can figure out. Like Brian Regan and Seinfeld. Are you in concert?
No.
Are you performing?
Yeah, we'll perform. We're performing next Friday. I don't know if you want to call it a concert or like just an all-around gathering of awesomeness.
Yeah, that's good.
Well,
A show. We have a comedy show. We're doing a show.
There
we're
you go.
performing
at Midtown Cafe.
Yes.
Which Manuela says is the place to be.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the place to be, and it is Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
This there,
Awesome.
so that's good.
I got several other comedians coming. We're going to tear it up. It's gonna be the most legendary thing you guys have ever experienced.
It'll be the happiest place in town.
Oh my gosh!
You guys, your troupe, your troupe of people, TROUPE, of course.
Yes, of course.
Do you travel around in a clown car or something
Well,
similar?
it's gonna be, at least for this one, they're all actually in my car. And it was an interesting Facebook conversation. I'm like, I'm going up there. Anyone want to, you don't got to pay for gas. Come on up with me. Then they're all like, yeah, let's all do it together. So like, I have 4 comedians and myself. It's gonna be. I want to like record that conversation and bring it just up. The trip up here because we're gonna be ridiculous.
Oh,
and they nickname it because like 5 of them are 4 of them are 4 of us. I should include myself in this. 4 of us are guys. And then one of them is a female, and she's like, the smell in this car is just going to be
poor her.
atrocious.
We're sorry for you. Can you get a sidecar for her?
They've nicknamed the conversation on Facebook to Andrew's fart car. So that's happening.
That sounds very appetizing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know, right?
And with that in mind, let's talk about food.
Yeah.
Let's talk about food. You can tell that the lady who's coming, you can tell her that once she gets here, it will totally redeem itself when she gets the cuisine at Midtown
Cafe.
Cafe.
I had a steak omelet this morning. That was legendary.
Bomb diggity.
It was so good.
And how about the inn upstairs? Did you sleep like a little baby?
I did. The bed was comfortable. I walked into a bachelorette party that last night.
Really? At the inn?
No, it was. Well, I don't know how they do things in Leitchfield, Kentucky. Like I'm not a native here.
Sometimes backward. Yes.
But their party
like us.
included hanging out in a hotel room, 4 ladies, Swiss cake rolls, wine on a bed together.
Well, how else would you have a bachelorette party?
Please tell me. Please tell me there was a pillow fight. Please tell me there was a pillow
I know,
fight.
like, isn't that like every guy's fantasy right there? No, so like I'm walking by.
Did you walk in the wrong room, or did they welcome you in?
They said, "Hey, do you want some wine?" And like, isn't it universal human code that if someone asks you, "Do you want wine?" you say, "Well, yes, I don't know you. You could be a serial killer,
but I always say, did Jesus make it? Because we've had the conversation about my shirt before you came in.
Yeah, that's right. Jesus did make it.
Okay,
actually.
well then have that the Swiss cake.
Yeah,
right.
You're right, Andrew. Though those are 2 universal truths.
Yes.
If someone asks you if you want wine, you say yes. If someone asks you if you want a breath mint, you say yes.
Yes.
So those are 2 universal
definitely,
truths.
yeah.
So you get pulled into this bachelorette party.
Yes, and then they start. Of course, they do the word. Like never do this to comedians because they're like, "Oh, you're a comedian." Because I was trying to promote the show, and so it's like, "Tell me a joke right now."
Of course,
just do it.
Oh, you don't do jokes, right?
No, I perform.
Right.
I do. What do we say? We call it a symphony. I do a symphony. I was like, but like. And what was weird because at first I was like, guys, you don't do this to any other profession. You don't like see a butcher on the side. They're like, hey, I brought this lamb.
Make a hamburger. Now.
Go for it.
You know what you should have said? So there was this guy that walked into a bachelorette party.
Oh, that would be great.
I know,
Man,
right?
I'm gonna use that next time. Next
They
time I
would've
walk
went,
into a bachelorette party, I'm so gonna use that. But actually, like we were joined by the executive chef of the hotel or of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Or he's good.
Of the world.
He's
the world.
He's been here.
Yeah, he's a really good. He doesn't know it, but we're best friends. I just like him. He's a cool guy.
We have the heart matching necklaces.
Yeah,
He gets one later.
I made him already.
Good.
So, and then they were like, "Oh, you're the chef. You're bake us something." So apparently they do it to like everyone
on demand.
So they do, right?
So yeah, like they were just kind of needy bachelorettes.
But you're right. You never walk down the street and see a surgeon and say, "Do open heart surgery."
Yeah, I want to see it. Come on, I really want to see it.
Fix my brain right now.
So some people need to though.
So
that's probably not a bad idea.
Once you fell into this party and you realize you might survive.
Yeah, like they gave me wine, we ate, we hung out. But then like at some point I was like, this is just weird. Like I should probably leave. And that's when they were like, we need a DD to McDonald's. And I also, like, this is the opening to, like, a horror movie where I get killed,
yes.
like, Paranormal Activity or something. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know, a chocolate shake sounds really good.
Yeah.
And, like, and she was like, and you can drive my Hummer. Which I've never driven a Hummer before, but, like, I felt like I was in, like, a Transformers movie. Like, it was pretty cool. It was a good experience.
I say it makes you. We have one. You saw it outside.
Yeah.
It makes you want to start a conflict.
Yeah, like actually I did, like because well, sort of. Let me explain. I'm not a conflict starting person. I'm pretty non-confrontational, but
In that Hummer.
But yeah, I know. I felt like, and we were
Arnold
driving. We were
Schwarzenegger.
driving to McDonald's, and like a cop car passed us, and all these girls in the back like chasing cop car. They were speaking Southern too. They were like not. They were not like I did. The chef was with us.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, so he was translating. Like they're
He's
saying,
translating.
they're saying chase the cop car. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And then like one of them like, you're a chicken. And at that point I was like, oh no, I'm not, because the Hummer mode,
Oh,
right?
sure,
so
yeah.
Do you chase him?
A little bit. A little bit. But luckily he turned before I got in trouble.
Before you realized he was
got
being
in trouble.
chased.
That's what I meant to say. Before he got in trouble.
Did any of these phrases, when he was translating, were any of them? Do you know what Southern? When you hear a Southern woman say, "Well, bless their heart,"
Bless his
do you know what that means, right?
Why don't you enlighten me? I feel like I've heard what that means. But
Why don't we let the Southern women tell you what that means?
Oh, bless your heart.
doesn't that mean like, oh, I'm so sorry you exist? Like, isn't that basically
Very,
like,
very close.
yeah, like.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's a very versatile phrase. Now, I need to ask you though that you've seen lots of '80s movies.
Oh yeah,
You've seen,
of course.
At any point when you got roped in and pulled into this bachelorette party, did the thought even run through your mind that you had been mistaken for the Chippendales dancer?
No, because I haven't seen that movie. But I really wish I could like add to that, just because that's awesome.
So they didn't say very Southern, dance, monkey.
No, they did actually. That's weird. They did ask me to dance. They did. They wanted to see me take my pants off and dance. They got that wrong. I think I got there before somebody else was
See,
supposed to get
that's
there.
what too many Swiss cakes will do for you.
I know Swiss cakes. They wouldn't.
gotta-
Like, they like one had like 6 Swiss cakes.
If
and
you
she
can't
was
do it
just,
responsibly, just
she
leave,
was-
just leave
oh,
the little
goodness,
Debbie's
yeah,
at home.
Like just yeah.
That's
Which,
what
by
I
the
say.
way, how about America? Like, we got so much stuff wrong with us that we're so indecisive about, and then like you know, like political parties, government shutting down, like all this stuff, and then you take away our Twinkies.
But
and then
were they mad about it
so-
last night?
Oh no, they were all about the little.
So they were good with Swiss
They
cakes.
were good. They were good. They
See?
were all right. But so I'm at McDonald's, right?
Yes.
And so you know, because this couldn't get any more normal of a situation for me. I see
course,
this kid who could have been like the serial killer in the movie.
Okay. Yeah.
And
You've spotted
yeah,
him. You knew he
yeah,
was going
I
to.
knew
You knew he was going to appear.
Well, let me just. I should also clarify that obviously I'm not dead. He ended up being a nice kid. But so I see this person. He's got pink hair. He's got like all black on. He's got the coolest like tattoos, but all like his whole body is like he's like the Illustrated Man. Like I
Yeah.
expected him to come out to
like a
life and
comic
like
book.
you know
Right,
yeah,
3D.
Like
Aw.
like it was awesome. And then I saw like these giddy, you know, tipsy girls over here like laughing and goofing out. And I was like, let's combine these two groups
Oh, no.
and see what happens. So we invited him to come sit with us, right? And I swear this kid was like a prophet. Like he just
He's
was
like the Book of Eli.
He just was like the coolest. Like he was telling us about his tattoos. Like he had like a shamrock and then like a 13 on it. It was talking about good and bad luck, and like he was blowing my mind. Like they wanted to go to Walmart because the chef was on a quest to get cheese to go with the wine. Like that was
Wait a
why-
minute. Okay, you owe us 25 cents. But
Oh, for that story.
no, I'll tell you why. I'll
No,
tell you
we'll
why
tell you why
after
in
the
a minute.
segment.
There's certain words you can't say in here.
Oh,
Don't say it again.
okay.
McDonald's was okay.
To a store. A store.
To a big store where people gather.
Oh, I see. Okay, that was another thing. One of them probably knew that because she was like, "This is the devil." She said that in Southern. She said that in
Yes.
Southern.
Yeah,
and they
'cause we
said
say
she's
like-
saying this is
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
this is the devil. So
Yeah.
you know I'm a
And we love
comedian, right? A
Jesus
quarter
around
is like
here.
half my profit. Like
The penalties are pretty stiff. Yeah. It's all right.
it's okay though. I've learned. I won't use that word.
It's a pretty big devil.
So I thought like it was tattoos. Like we can't associate with people with tattoos.
Oh no!
Now, I must know,
tattoos are good.
before your story continues, I must know, is this a local bachelorette party? Are these locals?
Yeah.
Okay, so but this is where my intrigue is, okay?
Good morning,
You've
ladies.
got Joke Boy, right? You got Joke Boy
Yep, that's my
know,
superhero
right?
name.
from Nashville.
Yep.
Okay, he blows into town, and he's like the uniter. He brings this bachelorette party of
Right.
of refined, I will assume, Southern women, and then a dude with pink hair and tats and
He
says,
brought the prophet.
"Party's up in here, everybody together."
Milkshakes. Everybody stand
Yeah, it
on the
was
seats.
fun.
Stand on
It
the
was-
seats.
So you load up and you go to the store because that's the only form of entertainment that we have here until you come to
They
town.
told me
That's a true
I
story.
got to see all of Litchfield there. They said, well, McDonald's is here, that other place is here.
Right.
And that's
you-
it.
you got it.
There's
You've
no
been on
better
down.
way to do it than
So-
from a Hummer.
Yeah. and
So you had the
which was
luxury
so cool.
tour.
They took my keys though. Like after, because I tried to chase the cop, they're like, we should let somebody else drive. So the chef ended
They
up driving.
egged it on and then took your keys.
Yeah, I know,
It's like
right?
a girl,
Double
right?
stand- You never
girl.
girls.
You can't trust them.
No, I
No.
don't. I don't.
Not ones that have had Swiss roast.
So,
No.
so I've
Too
got to
many
know,
Swiss rolls.
how did the night end?
Well-
you got a maid of honor button
I
out of it.
did. I made new friends. That's for sure. Like they let me. They like, can you go to our wedding? Like, do you want to be part of it? And I was like, I don't know you. Like, that's weird. Like after this night, you're not gonna want me around in your life. Like this is just like a hangover story. Like this is.
It
Like
does sound very much
Very
like
right.
a
Like,
hangover.
like someone can make a movie out of this. I'd like it to be me, but if either of you guys have connections, make it happen. So,
Okay.
Well, it's
so we get
Got
to
a Kodak.
nice. we get to the place, and I decided to like some of them were like very like this is the devil. We're gonna die if we go. It's like hands are gonna come from the ground and grab us and pull us if we go in. So they're like,
I've seen it happen.
Yeah,
right? Like
couple times.
and then others were like, well, we want the cheese. We're hungry. Like let's just brave it and go in.
See,
and,
the devil is subtle,
yeah,
right?
you know,
He just
right?
draws
Like
you
it-
in with all the things you
yeah,
want.
I know. So, well, I decided because I'm lazy, I decided to stay with the group in the car while the rest of them.
You all go in.
Like I wasn't pro or against either side. I just Swiss cake
Claiming
rolls.
lazy.
Yeah.
Right.
They weren't
Yeah,
going to
so-
let you push
yeah.
the cart.
So,
you
yeah.
say.
They wouldn't let me get the automated one and drive around. I
Yeah,
thought
the-
that
the
you know,
mobility
so-
scooter.
That makes
So,
sense.
so at that point, like this was like if this was a movie, this was like the real like sentimental moment. Like I wanted to get like a violence or but like these two girls I don't know start talking about like the nervousness of marriage and I was like okay I should have gone inside.
Should've
Like,
gone with
I
the
just
cart.
wanted to I just wanted to leave like because they were like how are you feeling like what kind of stuff do you have to do are you excited about your dress I was like oh my gosh.
This is the worst.
This is the not.
Now this is the devil.
Yeah, this is what happened.
Right.
That was the devil, right there. So, but we got the cheese, and then like we went back in, and so like I thought this was the end of my night. So like I do what every guy at a hotel room does. I go back to my room, maybe just kind of take off my pants, sit on the bed. Very comfortable beds, Midtown Cafe. Very comfortable beds.
Yes.
It was like. And I started watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, eating candy
Awesome.
corn. Was pretty
Yes.
awesome.
It's
It was
a normal
life.
right? Like
It's a
isn't
good
that-
life.
That's
Yes.
a good life,
Yeah.
Then
Mom
she-
would be proud.
She would.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, so candy corn
yeah,
laying there
chilling.
in your boxers.
Yeah. And then they start like knocking on my door incessantly.
Of course.
And so I have to
Comedian.
get out of the cloud bed of comfort, turn off Will Smith, which let's be honest, no, ever.
No.
He's like the best person ever.
Yeah.
He's gonna meet me one day and be like, I'm so excited that you're in my life. It's happening. And then I had to put my clothing back on, which I know that's weird, but that's a big step.
That's the
because
law.
I'm thinking this is important. Someone's dead over there. They've had too many Swiss cake rolls.
Yes,
They-
somebody-
they
yeah.
need-
If you get your pants off, right, it's over.
Yeah.
To put your pants back on
Yeah.
is monumental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was
So-
like,
My
okay,
day's done.
this is important.
So you go
know?
to the door.
And I open it, and it was nothing. Like, oh, we were just seeing if you're still there.
No, I escaped out the window.
It was a wellness check.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
They call them welfare checks.
And then they started like, well, but we. And then this was when I knew I was like, okay, the night's over because they started like like the chef and one of the tipsy ladies were arguing over like Jesus.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
it all comes
And
back
I
to
I think
Jesus.
I know about what time that probably
And
was.
I was like, okay, there's no more wine. There's no more Swiss cakes rolls. I gotta fly out now. I was like, well, I tried to come up with like the best excuse. What do you tell people that you just bombed into their room?
Right.
And you're like, yeah, okay,
Hard to say.
apparently this is weird, so I'm gonna leave.
No, you just
So-
say, I'm schizophrenic and I've kicked into my other person and I don't want to be a part
Does
of this
that
any
work?
longer. Yeah,
Okay.
it works for me every night at my house. Yeah.
nice.
a week from tomorrow night,
Yes.
your band of merry men and merry women
Yes.
will make your way
In
up.
tights, in
and
tights.
so, what
In
time? What time are we?
It's going to be at 9 o'clock
Okay.
in the evening, so cancel all your evening plans. This looks
Yeah.
like a very lively group. Like you guys have, you guys are pretty big deals,
Right.
but you know what? Go ahead and cancel cancel your plans and make your plan.
It's
to come.
Oktoberfest. The food is great. We've got food to sample that's here.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about reservations, Manuela? Good idea?
Should we? Should we not?
You may.
I mean, if you want to make sure and be there.
Yeah.
Make
If you want front row tickets to our symphony.
I would go ahead
That's
and
right.
make reservations,
Okay.
but-
All right. Very good. We're looking forward to it. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for letting me come in. It's been a blast. You guys are
has
cool.
been. Yeah, I like your Maid of Honor button.
Thank you.
I like
I,
I
Your
like your
Superman
Superman
shirt, your Maid of
t-shirt.
Honor button.
just
You're
works.
rocking it.
Thank
Right?
you
That's
so
very
much.
good. Thank you, Andrew
So-
Davis. Next weekend at Midtown Cafe, we've got to take a break, and we'll be back with more here on In the Know from K105 and AM 870 The Moose.